All right, so just leaving Sierra City. My resort. Like, this is where I stayed at. But anyway, oh my God, where to begin? So yeah, like the first, I guess night. I guess not even the first night, but when I came in here, what was it like? Sunday night or whatever. Like, I had to go like long distance. I ended up doing like 32 miles that day. Um, but like the last seven, we're all in the dark. And like, I'll show you it if it ever shows up on my left, but I had to go down a steep ass mountain. And it was also like raining. Like, I was not having a good time at all. Cause let's see, it was temperature, I think was around 45. Then also there was raining. And also because like it was kind of like a little bit of a storm, I also had to deal with like, I don't know, 15 to 20-mile-an-hour winds. So yeah, pretty chilly. Um, and the only thing keeping me warm, again, I don't have my rain jacket, and literally the only thing keeping me warm is just me walking down, and me just walking generally as fast as I can. Just like, that's the only thing that's keeping me warm. Like, I had like steam coming off me or whatever. So I mean, yeah. But like the last couple of days, I mean, were honestly pretty rough for me. Like, even like text my family, like, I don't know, I think this might be it. But I mean, I think I'm better now. It just turns out like the combination of being, let's see, cold, tired, wet, hungry, just general exhaustion, and it's just like, it's a little much for me all at the same time. Um, but it's fine now. It's fine. Oh, like, can't be too sad. Like, oh, did someone almost die of hypothermia? Oh, you'll be. I mean, you almost did probably, but we lived though. But yeah, where was I? So anyway, yeah, got to Sierra City at, I want to say like 9:30 at night. Still drizzling. Like, we should have took a video, but I was just too tired. But like, this road in town is just like so creepy at night, especially in the rain, because there are like no street lights at all. Like, it's super dark because it's only got a population like 200 people. No one around to at all. So anyway, I get there and I'm just looking for like, the only thing that kept me was going those last couple miles, just like, all right, Travis, we're gonna find some place that's not wet to sleep, because like at that point most of my gear was just like wet, like my tent, I think my sleeping bag, like my clothes, just like not having a great time. But so yeah, get there in a town, just like looking for any place to stay, and then I thank God, like the first place I ran into was like full, and also had like no lights too. And there's also no internet too, so it's not like I can call and see if anything is open, because everything looks closed as fuck. Like, honestly, like a Silent Hill town that night. But I able to find the one place, like the Butts Resort, and it's just like, there's a sign outside that says ring bell for service, and it's like just like this like bear, and just like, gotta ring this bell or whatever. So I ring that and I come out like 10 o'clock at night, or I'm just like asking for a room, and they're like, thank God they had one. So I grabbed that, and also like they asked if I was hungry, because I mean, I had a resupply here. So I said, yeah, I don't really have any food. I was just gonna go to a gas station. It's like, oh yeah, there's nothing open. Everything closes like around 4 around here. I was like, oh man. But then they actually gave me like tamales, which was just great. So yeah, that cheered me up, and like a long warm shower warmed me up. And they like had a fake fireplace in there too, so I was actually able to use that to dry, all my gear. So like, oh, that place was great for me. But then like the next day, I run into, the one guy I've been bumping into a bunch, barefoot, because like I just can't shake the guy. Like, we're both going like the same speed and like distance. Like he's better at waking up earlier than me does in the morning, but I mean I do longer at night. So we're always almost within a mile to of each other whenever we camp. But anyway, ran into him. He actually didn't even get a hotel. He just did some like stealth camping off the side of the road, which I was, if I wouldn't have found that place, like that's what I would have had it done. So talked to him. We went to go get breakfast, and apparently there's like only one place, and it's not even in Sierra City. It's like a quarter mile out of town. So I went there for breakfast. I'm tired of looking at my own face. I mean, it's pretty here. So yeah. So I had breakfast there. We met up with a couple other hikers, and we're all just like kind of complaining about like the weather. And apparently I wasn't like, the only one that was thinking about like, oh man, I should really call it quits. Because I mean, none of us have our like real cold weather stuff. Most of us have mailed that stuff to ourselves in like Tahoe. But we only got to survive like 2 more days. Because yeah, the high again, I mean, it looks really nice, but the high right now is 50. I mean, that's not bad, especially because it's sunny. So honestly, this is nice weather, but I'm supposed to rain again like tonight. And I think the lows are a little above freezing. And the same story for tomorrow. But tomorrow it's saying there might be thunderstorms. So, but after that, it looks like whatever freak accident caused like this cold weather front or wherever it's going, because it jumps up back to like 70 and like 40 at night. So I just got to survive, but that doesn't even matter because I plan on being at Tahoe at Friday. So God, where was I? Keep sidetracking myself. But yeah, so we're all complaining, having breakfast. I met Vampire. Apparently she got her name because she sleepwalks at fucking night. So that would be real creepy. Like, I can imagine traveling with that. And there's like another dude, but he didn't want to wait around because we were all talking. Apparently, like the one general store around here is like being sold. So like the owner never comes in, like shows up because like, I mean, he's selling the place. So it wasn't even going to be open till today. And today's Tuesday right now. And it's not even going to be open till 1. So if he wanted to resupply, I would have had to wait until like 2 more hours from now. And that's like only a maybe. So one guy, he couldn't wait. And like the rest of us were going to be in town for like a little bit. So we all like donated what little food we had so he could make like the 40-mile journey to like Truckee. So he took off. Like everyone like me, a Vampire, and like Barefoot, like we all stayed like an extra night. And also like originally too, like Barefoot, he was gonna take off like in the middle of the day or whatever, because like yesterday, like in the middle of the day, like it was like sunny like this. It looked good, but then like a couple hours later, like, oh my God, it's just like pouring cats and dogs. And again, it was like in the 40s, and just like with the wind too, it's just like, oh my God, you'd be freezing up in the mountains. Because I think this next session goes to like 8,000 feet. Like right now, like Sierra City, I want to say its elevation is like just a tad under 5,000 feet. But yeah. So that happened. Let's see, what else happened in Sierra City? Oh yeah, and those like the owners of the one place at the Butts Resort or whatever, they helped me out so much too. Like, because I need a resupply. There's a gas station, 4 miles down this way. They actually just drove us there and even waited for us while we did some like quick shopping for a couple days worth of food. So we did that, and then yeah, I got some beer there, whatever, and played like pool, and we got absolutely like destroyed at pool. I won twice, but that's only because he accidentally shot the 8-ball in like the wrong hole twice. So I won, but not due to any kind of skill. See what else happened. Oh, I don't know. Like, I think the craziest thing, like, I'm sure I've told this before, but I guess I'll just say it again. Like originally I was supposed to start at the Canadian border, and like while I was at Banff with my brother, and like the Wolf Lodge or whatever restaurant, like I got, this random blog post about like a woman's journey on her PCT. So I looked at that and looked at the snow report because that's what she was, bitching about. So that's what made me actually start from Cascade Locks in Oregon. But funnily enough, I actually ran into her, the woman who wrote the blog post that I randomly found just because, Google just gave it to me. So, I mean, I thought that was like pretty cool and like small world, like running into the person that probably saved my trip. Unfortunately, I didn't realize this until after talking to her because, she's like a blog writer or whatever it's called like The Trek. The website's called The Trek. So anyway, I was just like looking at her stuff and looking through all the articles she wrote, and then I stumbled upon, the one that I like originally read. So yeah, that was cool. And then let's see, was that it? I think I just called an early night and then rested. But yeah, Sierra City was pretty nice. All right, so you can't really see it. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. All right, you can just kind of barely see a little bit of the trail right there. But anyway, so yeah, getting into like Sierra City, this is actually what I had to go down at nighttime in the rain. So yeah, started like way over there, and it kind of went over here, and then it just like had a bunch of oh my god, why can't I even think of the word? Shit, I'm having a big brain fart. But yeah, that's how I went down or whatever. So that was real rough. Would have been a lot prettier if I would have been able to see it, and also if I wasn't so miserable doing it wet. Also, like, you can see like there's lots of like brush or whatever, because like the rain or whatever, the rain wasn't super heavy, but I was getting all like the plants wet. So, and the trail, I was surrounded on both sides by all the bushes and stuff. So I was just get like extra soaked because of that. So it was a rough day, but yeah, really pretty day. Like, I think the rain's supposed to start in a couple hours. You can see like I got like more clouds heading that way, but we'll see what happens.